Well, good morning, everybody. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as the mailman, on my second day off in a row, a much needed day off. Yesterday was a recovery day. I was still out and about. Uh, busy, busy. I'm always busy, but we did a lot of streaming yesterday, and it was fun. We finished off a WrestleMania weekend, my first ever stream with Loyal Cowboy. Thank God I had Loyal on there and my son Trevor, who very knowledgeable wrestling fans. I am, but I've been out of the game for quite some time. I've just recently got back into it. Seems like the politics have taken a back seat. Uh, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Last night's match, I would say the final match last night was the best. Overbooked. That's all I'll say if you haven't seen it yet. Overbooked, stars galore, but really awesome. And I listen. I'm going to tell you, Cody finished the story like I said he would. It needed to happen for a myriad of reasons. We're not here to talk about it, but thank you to everyone who joined me over the last 2 days. It was fun. I told Loyal we're gonna do more of that. We're gonna do more of the streaming wrestling, like the bigger events. It seemed like night one we had 1,200 people in there. It was very cool. Last night, about half that, but still, it was still very exciting. Tell you one thing: The Rock knows what he's doing. The Rock brings eyes and ears to WWE. Seems like it's going in the right direction, but. As I sit here today, people, as we sit here today, um, what's today? April 8th? Today's April 8th. Um, Monday. I leave 2 weeks in a day. 2 weeks in a day from today. I head to Mark Holmes's house. I pick up the rental car in the morning, take the 3-hour drive down to Mark's or up to Mark's. Down. For me, it would be down. Down to Mark's. Hang out, spend the evening with Mark, and then get up in the morning, get a game plan. Well, we'll have our game plan locked and loaded, and then we're going to hit the road. Me, Mark, and the chef, David Wiley, we're going to head down to Detroit Rock City, where we are going to bring you content from the NFL draft. We will be going to we'll be making a beeline for the airport, which is 20 minutes to 25 minutes from our hotel. We will be making a beeline to pick up none other than Primetime Phil, rubbing elbows yesterday with Deuce Vaughn at the restaurant. I see you, Primetime. I sure hope we got ourselves a guest. I'm not gonna hold my breath on that one, but Phil, that was cool. He looked taller than I thought, or you've shrunk, or he was standing on a box. You never did answer that, but let me know. So, yes, we are less than April 25th. We are just over 2 weeks away from the draft. I'm getting excited. You know, again, Dallas has more holes than Swiss cheese right now, it seems like. They're doing things ass backwards, in my opinion, and they're, saying pay structure. Listen, they could easily make the money, people. Everybody wants to say Dallas Cowboys have no money. They could make 50 million if they wanted. They don't want to extend contracts out. That's what they mean by, I don't even know. I wouldn't say blowing it up. They have way too many young players between this year and all the picks they're going to have next year. It's going to be a young team. Now the most important question is Mikey going to be around? I say yes. Is CD going to be around? I say yes. Mark Holmes just met both of them at the Chantilly autograph signing show, and they seem to be in high spirits. They're not sweating it. I don't think we should either. This is all media hype-driven BS. All the big box stores trying to create stories to make paying their payroll to their employees seem worthwhile. As you see, a lot of people are laying off. ESPN's laying off at a dramatic fashion. NFL Network. New media here. right here. New media, YouTube TV. So, or YouTube is the new media. Uh, Welcome. It's only going to get bigger, people. But yeah, so and then the biggest of all is Dak Prescott going to be here long term. That's everybody's guess. If I had to sit here today, it's 50-50. I would say it's 50-50 that Dak is back after this year. It seems like we're down the road now. We are down the road. We have a couple more weeks that this is a possibility of a trade that Dak would have to agree to, which the more you think about it, doesn't make much sense, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen. You throw enough money at somebody, maybe they'll say, hey, the hell with it. I'll go to New England or wherever. Um, we've seen it done with Deshaun Watson. You know, you had to give him a fully guaranteed contract to go to Cleveland. That was the only way he was going. And what happened? It was a big, big mistake. So we'll see. We'll see. A lot of questions, people. We're going to get some of them answered when the draft is over and completed, and we'll be there for it. But just a quick NFL news. There's a lot of players visiting certain teams that are like raising eyebrows, but I want to get to Texas defensive tackle Tavondre Sweat. Did a no-no, my man. Did a no-no. I blame the agent, but at the end of the day, I don't know what the agent was thinking or doing. When you're this close to the draft, what you do not want to do is get a DWI or get arrested for any sort of reason. There's no excuse for this one. You're this close to a payday. You were rumored to be at the bottom of the first round at best. That's not happening, people. He's not going in the first round. Okay. He's not a first round guy, in my opinion. He's a mid-second round, but the more mocks you saw with the lack of big men in this draft, established big men. Now, I don't know that he's a true one technique, but he's about as close as you're going to get. There's a couple other guys in the draft, but he was rumored to go in the 30s. I don't know if this is going to cost him money, but the difference between the first round and the second round is huge. He did not help his case by getting a DWI. The agent's job is to put these guys in bubble wrap this close to the draft. So I'm a little disappointed in the agent and the player. I mean, it's bad. Have one of your boys give you a ride home. Call your mom, whatever. It doesn't matter. Call somebody. You do not want to get a DWI before 2 weeks before the draft. You don't want to get one, period, but shit happens, right? Things happen. But you don't want to get one this close to the draft. It's costing you money, people. The next thing that seems to be building, right? Everything is building. I've been saying this for quite some time when all the mock drafts had this player going number 2 to the Washington Commanders. And I'm going to play you. I'm not going to show you the video because I don't want to get monetized. But I'm going to play you Merrill Hodges' just brief little interview regarding Drake May. I've been telling you Drake May and what I've seen for over a month now, well over a month and a half, about this guy has a lot of holes. You talk about another guy that has a lot of more holes than Swiss cheese, it's Drake May. I do not have him as a high, I mean, he has all the physical traits you would want in a quarterback, except accuracy. Okay, they said that about Josh Allen, right? Accuracy. And I don't want to be mean here, but the mental part of the game, reading defenses, that's a huge one. College game is a heck of a lot slower than the NFL game. And if the NFL game, if the college game is making you do weird things, what is the NFL game going to do? Let me turn the light on a little more. There you go. All right, let's listen into Merrill Hodge here.
Processing. Now, I watch him function under pressures. I don't think I've yet to see him execute a pressure correctly. Sometimes when you see his head in that position and he doesn't acknowledge it and make the throw, like those are concerning. So when I talk about processing, there's not a lot of things that I'm like really confident about that he processes things well, especially pressures. He is completely erratic when it comes to throwing
Yes.
the football. I mean, it's a big concern. I mean, can you button those things up? Can you get a little better? Here's what my ultimate belief is from playing in this league, coaching, studying this league for nearly 40 years. You just don't correct that. It actually is magnified when you get to the National Football League. That is when you become more erratic. And it's on all throws. It's short, intermediate, long. Now, he'll do enough to dazzle you. And that's where people get fired when you do that. And there's just too much there that would I wouldn't give him a first round grade. His processing. Now I watch him function under pressures. I don't think I've yet to see him execute a pressure correctly. Sometimes when you see his head in that position and he doesn't acknowledge it and make the throw, like those are concerning. So when I talk about processing, there's not a lot of things that I'm like really confident about that he processes things well, especially pressures. He is completely erratic when it comes to throwing the football. I mean, it's a big concern. I mean, can you button those things up? Can you get a little better? Here's what my ultimate belief is from playing in this league, coaching, studying this league for nearly 40 years. You just don't correct that. It actually is magnified when you get to the National Football League. That is when you become more erratic. And it's on all throws. It's short, intermediate, long. Yeah. Now, he'll do enough to dazzle you. And that's where people get fired when you do that. And there's just too much there that would I wouldn't give him a first round grade. His process.
There it is. Drake May is a type of player that gets coaches fired. Wow. I wouldn't say it's that bad, but I defer to Merrill Hodge. I defer to Merrill Hodge. Again, Drake May, nothing personal, buddy. This is what we do here. We're trying to give people our honest assessment. Lead Commander, a subscriber to the channel, big a Commander fan. Listen, I'm trying to help you, my man. If Jaden Daniels is on the field, on the board, Lead Commander, that's who you guys need to take. That would be the worst case scenario for me. You need a guy like Jaden Daniels. Drake May, I have him sliding. I do. I have JJ McCarthy going over Drake May. Yeah, I do. And people think that's crazy. We'll see. I could be dumb. I'll have my lollipops at the draft. I will. But we are here. We did the morning video. We talked about different types of things. The draft, Drake May. Now we're going to do, I'm only going to do 5 rounds. Just remember, we have a 6th round and 2 7th round picks. So, but we're not going to include them here. I'm going to do a mock draft with trades. All right. I'm going to pick the Cowboys and then we're going to roll. So let's try. I want to try and keep this video around 25 minutes, if at all possible. There we go. There we go. Oh, what? I don't know why it does that every time. I don't know why. I'm going to have to switch it. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Let's see what we're doing. Display 1. No. Display 2. There it is. Duh. But anyway, there it is. Display 2. We're going to do 5 rounds. We're going to keep it normal. We picked Dallas. Let's draft, baby. Drake May goes number 2. Like we warned you. Do not do that. Do not do that. Let's see. We'll quickly review the picks prior to us, and then we'll look at the trades. We will. That's what we're going to do. Okay, let's hide the trades for now. Let's go back up to the top. Caleb Williams, let me tell you, Caleb Williams is not that special guy. He's not a Troy Aikman. He's not Andrew Luck. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not that guy. Again, what I would have done if I was Chicago was kept Fields or make an attempt for Kirk Cousins and trade away, stock up on picks. That's what I would have done. But a team with no quarterback keeps searching, baby. And that's the thing when it comes to the Cowboys. You get rid of Dak, We better find that guy. We better know that Trey Lance can play, and I'm looking forward to seeing a Trey Lance this summer. But uh, that's the scary part. Drake May, not happening, people. I think it's Jaden Daniels there, and I think New England's going with J.J. McCarthy. I just do. Minnesota's doing everything they can to get up there. New England, if you're going to trade down, don't trade with Minnesota. Marvin Harrison, that's about as easy as it gets. Here's where it gets a little bit off. I have them taking a wide receiver, so that's fine. But I have them taking the other receiver, Malik Neighbors. So Olu Fashanu's fine. Joe Alt needs to be the first offensive tackle taken, but it doesn't matter. Terry Arnold, okay. Brock Bowers, Joe Alt, hell of a pick. Malik Neighbors, I think the Jets go offensive tackle there, so I disagree with that. J.J. McCarthy, he ain't making it to 11, Minnesota. It's not happening. He don't deserve to go that high either, but you know what we do with quarterbacks. You need to trade up, and you're not going to get him. You will end up with Drake May. Book it. Kenyon Mitchell. Denver's another team that's looking to move up and get a quarterback. They love McCarthy, but I just don't see them getting it. I think New England's going to get him. J.C. Latham, Dallas Turner, Brian Thomas. Sorry, we lost him. Johnny Newton, Cooper DeJean, Talisi Fuaga. If Fuaga lasts to 18, that's egregious. Leatu Latu, Marius Mims, Jared Verse, Kool-Aid, Adonai Mitchell. Wow, they went with Adonai Mitchell. Okay, so in this scenario, I have to not lie, right? In this scenario, we got Troy Fautanu, Byron Murphy, Chop Robinson, Graham Barton, Jackson Powers Johnson, Tyler Guyton. You would say trade down, right? You would say trade down. Now, you know my nature is to trade down, but we got Troy Fautanu on the board. Troy Fautanu, 6'3", 317, patient offensive tackle who could pummel edges with fast, violent hands. You have to take Fautanu here. You cannot trade away. Byron Murphy is the other guy on the board here that I would have to take. But since this is a trade, we're trading. I want to look at the offers. 32 and 64 for 24 and 216. That's you know me, I want to take that. The 26 in the second round, I'm not doing that. So this is the only option. Now let's just look. We're not doing it. I'm going to pick a Troy Fautanu. I'm not going to go over everything I said before. He's not going to be there, people. But again, this is what's been thrown our way. So we got to get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, we're taking Fautanu here. Okay, you know I want to trade down. I love that deal. Let's see what's available in round 2 as far as trade. You know, that's the thing. We have a long way to go. If you don't trade out, if you get a Fautanu, I could deal with it. But if you don't trade out, you know, it's a long wait to 56, I believe. Yep, 56. So let's see what the trade offers are. Not much. So, again, Michael Penix is still on the board. I don't see that necessarily. Peyton Wilson, Jonathan Brooks, Braden Fisk. I just don't know that they're going to take him. Cedric Von Pron, Granger. Let's see here. Let's see who's available. Linebackers. Peyton Wilson and Trevin Wallace at 82. Offense. Let's see. Defensive tackle. So Tavondre Sweat did go. Edgerrin went. Malachi Corley. Tavondre Sweat went to 49. Okay. So he didn't slip much in this. This simulation doesn't realize he had a DWI. So, interesting. Just looking to see what we got here. We have Trevin Wallace. We know we love him. Tyron Hopper and Jalen Ford. So we got options there. Corner. We're not taking a corner that early. I like Mike Sanastrell. I like Kenny King. Love Kyrie Jackson. Jarvis Brownlee. Safeties are huge. I love the safeties. Pick your flavor. I like Jaden Hicks out of Washington State. Um, Oof, this is a tough one, people. We have our offensive tackle. Now, offensive line, offensive center. Von Prong Granger is 72. We're not going to see him if we don't take him now. That's the thing. So let's see what we could possibly do. The only thing we have here is 59. We're not doing that. We're going to counter this, right? We're going to counter this. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to see if we can get a fourth this year. They accepted it. There we go. We'll drop down 3. Okay. 61 and 205. We're going to reject that. We're going to get our offensive center now. Boom. Cedric Von Pron. Let's see what we got here. We got Faltano, Von Pron. We got 87, 127, and 174. Remember, that's only 5. We have a 6 and 2 7s, I believe. But we're not going to pick them. That's a little too deep for my liking. Pause. So let's see what's going down. Let's see who's available at that time. We're not trading anymore. We need defensive tackle, linebacker, right? Defensive tackle, linebacker, running back. So let's see the running backs. Okay. We still have time for that. I'm looking at Jalen Wright, Marshawn Lloyd. We're getting thin there. We know that the Cowboys, well, can't say that, so we'll leave that one alone. Malik Washington I like, but how it's working, I want to be more active in the trade. I don't believe Faltana will be there, but in this mock, I'm going to stick to my word and take him. Let me just look at some of the offensive tackles. Blake Fisher I like. I like Delmar Glaze. Matt Gonsalves they brought in on a 30 visit. FYI, when we normally draft from our 30 visits. So, yeah, I'm not doing that now. Let's just look at the D tackles. McKinley Jackson is on the board. You know I love me some McKinley Jackson. We're going to take the D tackle now. We need a D tackle. He fits perfectly for what we need. Let's see where we're at next. 127 has to be running back, doesn't it? Has to be. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Are we going to lose our guy? Jalen Wright's still there. He's got a 120 grade. If he's there, I'm running to the podium. You just might. Ooh, we're going to lose him. I smell it. I smell it. Oh, Jaden Hicks went. There's my guy. Kyrie, Tyron Hopper. Wow. We're losing everybody. Kenny King went. This hurts. But looks like we got Jalen Wright if we want him. You're not going to get everybody. This is what we talked about. This is the kind of situation we talked about. You're not going to get everybody if you don't trade out of the first round. You're just not. And not everybody's going to trade with you in the second round. It's that first round, fifth year option that everybody's hunting. So what are we looking at? We're looking at, what do we have here? What do we pick? We're looking at linebacker. Now you're waiting, right? You got Tommy Eichenberg. Let's see who I think they would go. Nathaniel Watson, I'm hearing that they like. And then some later round guys. So I would say Nathaniel Watson you would have to keep an eye out. I don't know. I don't think they like Tommy Eichenberg. So Nathaniel Watson would be the next guy that I think they would like, and he's a 261. You got time for him. I think you got to go with your running back, right? Running back. And I think you go Jalen Wright. They had a visit with him. He's explosive. He's pretty much everything you want in a running back. He's just young. So let's see. Getting them over the 25-minute mark, but that's all right. If I can keep it under 30, I will be happy. I'm just going to take the best player available that I think they might look to take in round 5. But we got our 4th rounder back, right? That was the key. it's weird. In a perfect world, you want Faltano to be there because you got your left tackle of the future. But it comes at a cost. What does it come? It comes at a cost of a linebacker or a running back, whoever you, or a defensive tackle. We could have went with the linebacker and got Trevin Wallace there, but we would not have gotten McKinley Jackson. So I think our defensive line is ridiculous. I think we can bring in some linebackers. So, okay, we're on the clock here. Best available. Let's see here. Jarvis Brownlee, that's a corner. You know, I like him. Liafu, Notre Dame. Joe Milton, quarterback. Here's Prime Times guy. Let's see here. Let's see what offense. We got our tackle. We got our center. So we got our running back. So this is a defensive pick. Let's look at linebacker. We got Liafu. Oh, Eichenberg went. Nathaniel Watson is at 261. So we're going to wait on that. Let's see. Safety. I'm not that familiar with all these safeties. A corner, Brownlee's there, you know, edge rusher. Let's see. Is he gone? Let's see. Yeah, my edge rusher's gone. Shit. Defensive tackle. See, this is what happens, people. This is what happens. If you don't do what I want to do, the good thing is we solidified our line from years to come. But I need to take the best possible linebacker on the board here, you would think. That's a 261, Nathaniel Watson. What do I think they would do here? What do I think they would do? You know what? I'm going to stick to my board and go Jarvis Brownlee here. I get myself a cornerback. After this year, we don't know about Nashawn Wright, Israel Mokwamu. But there it is, people. Again, I don't expect this to happen, but I'm not gonna blow smoke up your backside. I'm not gonna do it. If he's there, I'm taking him. Now, I would like to trade down. By taking him, it cost me my linebacker. Okay, it did, and I will do a live stream sometime today where I'll let you guys make the picks, and we'll do a consensus. And then it may take a while, but then I'll do one where it doesn't matter who's on the board. We trade. You know what? Let me do that right now. Let me do a quick one. It doesn't matter who's on the board. I'll be fast. That was you taking the guy I said you're going to take, which is what they have to do, people. Let me restart. Pick Dallas, 5th round. Let's roll. Let's see. Let's just see, right? I'm not going to analyze anything. It doesn't matter what names are on the board at 24. I'm traded down if there's a trade available to me. I just wanted to show you the contrast of what we're looking at. But I love that we got Faltano and Von Prawn Granger. Our offensive line is elite. Oh, wow. 46-82. 38-106. Tennessee first, Tennessee second. Wow. I don't know that we could do that. 46-82. All right, you know what? I'm going to take, I don't think that's realistic. We give up 24, we go to 46. No, we're not doing that. We're not going that far down. No. Nope. We're going to take this one. I don't care. We're dropping out of the first round right now. Boom. I don't care. I don't care who was on the board. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. So let's see. All right, Jackson Powers Johnson just went. Let's just look at the trades. 66, 71, and a 5th from Philly. Or we got 45 and a 3rd. Well, this is what we're going to try and do here. Let's look and see what we've recouped. We got 38, 56, 87, 106. We want to get one more top pick, okay? So let's go back to the trade offers. They want 66 and 71. That's too far for me to drop. Sorry. Boom. 45 and a third. I'm going to counter. We're going to go with, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. We're going to go 168. You know what? We're going to go with 150, but we're going to give them 174. Let's see. Boom. They accepted it. So we lost at 174, but look at what we got. Don't look at the names, people. We got 45, 56. Hold up. 45, 56, 87, 106, 150. A second round and a first round next year. Okay? Just remember that. Is there anything else I could do? Let's look. We drop in one, we get a 7, 64 and 77. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to accept it. Let's see what happens. They wouldn't do this, but let's just see what I get. Nope, we're rejecting. We're riding here. Let's look at our picks. 56, 64, 77, 87, 106, 150. Not counting our 6th and 7th round pick. Oh, look who's on the board. Top rated player. We get our center anyway, just for shits and giggles. Offensive center, Zach Frazier and Von Prong Granger. So let's just see. Maybe we wait. Offensive guard, Mahogany. I know they had him in. They love Christian Mahogany. Running back, Jonathan Brooks is there if we so choose. Trey Benson's gone. Trey Benson went like he should. Defense, let's look. Defensive tackle. Braden Fisk, not sure they like him. My guy, McKinley Jackson. Gabe Hall. Love Gabe Hall. Christian Boyd. Remember that name. Remember Christian Boyd. Think they love Christian Boyd. Edge rusher, Dorless doesn't fit with what they're... I think he does fit, but linebacker, Trevin Wallace. Let's see our picks again. We have 64. So I think what we need to do, cornerback, we have to go with offense. We need to go Zach Frazier and let it ride, baby. We got our starting center by dropping all the way down. See what I'm saying, people? Do you see what I'm saying? We're sorry. No, Let's see who went. Zach Frazier, nobody. I mean, I like Eric Rakestraw, Marshawn Nealon, okay. Patrick Paul, primetime Phil's guy. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got 64, 77, 87. We no longer need a center. So let's look at wide receiver. We know they love Malachi Corley. Do we want the next Debo? Hopefully. That's his player comp. He's on the board here. By trading down, it opens everything up for us to take somebody like that. Running backs. Jonathan Brooks is still on the board. Still on the board. Do I think Jonathan Brooks? Let's see our picks. We got 64 and 77. Will one of them drop? But again, as much as they like Jonathan Brooks, we got Braylon Allen. We got Jalen Wright. We got Marshawn Lloyd. We got Ray Davis. All guys that could step right in and do well. So what's the pick, people? Malachi Corley or Jonathan Davis? If it's me, defensive tackle, we still got a lot of guys to get before we get them. Linebacker, it's Trevin Wallace. So again, my idea is in these next 3 picks is to get my linebacker, to get my running back, and I got a bonus pick. Because 106, I don't know that McKinley Jackson's going to be there for me. I probably should have looked at that trade, but shit. I think we wait on running back because that is, this is a tough one. I ain't going to lie to you. We're going Malachi Corley with the upside. We're going to go Corley. Let's see what happened. Jonathan Brooks went right away. All right, let's see. Mahogany's gone. Let's see who's there. Let's see who went. We took Malachi Corley. Brooks went. McKinley Jackson. That hurts big time. You know, I wanted that D tackle. But so maybe we should have, ifs and buts were candy and nuts. But we're going to go with our linebacker right now, Trevin Wallace. Fits right in with Mike Zimmer's defense. He's a beast. Now we got to hope. This is nice. This is nice. We got our starting linebacker. No, we're not doing that. 96, we're not doing that. So we're on the board. We need a defensive tackle. We need a running back, right? That's what we need. Now, we took the wide receiver because of value. Let's look at defensive tackles. Michael Hall Jr. plays in a 3-4. Everybody keeps saying, take Michael Hall, Michael Hall. I think what we like is Christian Boyd right here. That's going to be our target. I like Gabe Hall, but he's raw. Pause. We got our linebacker, corner, safety. Jaden Hicks is always a possibility. Offense, running back. Jalen Wright is still there. Let's see what we got. We got 87, 106, 150. All right, 87, 106, 150. I think I might trade up at some point. But let's see. Let's see what we're going to do. We got our center. We got our extra pick. We got Trayvon Wallace. I think we need to go. Defensive tackle. We can wait on edge, linebacker. We got Trayvon Wallace, corner. I think we go with Jaden Hicks. I just think he fits really good with Mike Zimmer. I think Mike Zimmer is going to be ecstatic. After this year, we're probably not going to have Malik Hooker. Dude's a beast. Now we got to hope that our running back drops. Okay, looking at it now. Defensive tackle. My plan is 150 is to get running back and D tackle. My defensive tackle, Christian Boyd, is still there. Hopefully he'll make it to me at 150. So let's get a running back. Let's lock it up now. Jalen Wright, that's who we want. That's who they want. Braylon Allen, again, it's a mystery that how he's going to work in the NFL. You guys may like Braylon Allen. I don't dislike him, but I like Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright is an all-around beast. So we're coming up on our final pick. But again, this is when you don't look at the names in the first round. You just bail because your team has did you a disservice by not addressing anything in free agency. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Those running backs which flavor do you like? What flavor do you like? Braylon Allen lasted that long? No, we're not trading. Sorry. We're getting this over. So let's look at our picks. Zach Frazier, starting center. Malachi Corey. We got our Debo. You got Trevin Wallace, Jaden Hicks, Jalen Wright. Don't forget, we got a second and a first next year. Come on now. Come on. Catboy, give me a call, big guy. I'll be cheaper than, I'd like to work with Will McClay. So who did I say we wanted? Defensive tackle? Yep, Christian Boyd. Let's roll. Christian Boyd fits exactly what Mike Zimmer likes. Sorry to tell you, but I just killed it, people. Just killed it. I killed that shit. Sorry, let's see. Let's see what's going on. All right. There it is, people. Our first pick wasn't until 56. Zach Frazier, Malachi Corley, Trevin Wallace, Jaden Hicks, Jalen Wright, Christian Boyd, 2025 1 and a 2025 2. Let's ride. Just give me a call. Give me a call. But all right, everybody, I'll see everybody on my lunchtime chat later today. Make sure you have your bell notifications on because we will be doing a live stream. You guys, I will try and get that up as soon as I can so you guys can plan for it. I'm going to need you guys to make the picks for me. Peace out.